More than 1 million Ukrainian households are without power across 7 regions of the country after Russian strikes on energy facilities. Overnight, hundreds of drones and dozens of missiles bombarded southern cities. It comes as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky heads to Berlin to meet with European leaders. It's one of the largest attacks on southern Ukraine since the full-scale invasion began.
They want to break us, yes, of course, as you can see, but we are not giving up. We came here, we didn't go anywhere, so we will wait and see where this leads. But we would like it all to stop, but not on the terms that are being proposed.
For more, we are now joined by human rights lawyer and 2022 Nobel laureate Oleksandra Matviichuk. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. We know that you're in transit at the moment, but listen, let's talk about the fact that Zelensky is currently in Europe at the moment, speaking with European allies there. We're heading into the 4th year of this most recent Russian invasion, and there doesn't seem to be any end in sight at the moment. I wonder if Ukraine feels like it's been let down by its allies.
Unfortunately, Putin doesn't want peace. Putin wants to achieve his goals. And Putin started large-scale war not just to occupy one more part of Ukrainian land. It's not the war for Avdiivka or Bakhmut. It's naive to think that Putin started large-scale war and lost hundreds of thousands of Russian soldiers just to occupy tiny Ukrainian cities, which majority of Russians couldn't find on the map. His goal is different. He wants to restore Russian empire. He sees Ukraine as a bridge to Europe, and he wants to destroy and occupy the whole country. This is his goal.
Do you think that the Ukrainians' European allies could have done more, perhaps, to end this war sooner?
I think that European Union and all other partners must do more. Because Ukraine is not beneficiary, Ukraine is provider of European Union security. If we not be able to stop Putin in Ukraine, he will go further, he will attack next country. We know Russian language pretty well because we, for 3 centuries, was a part of Russian Empire. So they publicly discussed in Russian TV what next country they plan to attack.
We know that the US is trying to broker a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. There is a suggestion amid this peace plan of possible cessation of Ukrainian land to Russia. Do you think that's a satisfactory sacrifice in order to end this war?
But it's not the war just for these territories. And this territorial concession will not satisfy Russian appetites. Just let's remember that the past experience. In 2014, when Russia invaded first time and occupied Crimea and part of eastern regions of Ukraine, Ukraine has a 0 chance to release these territories. And Ukraine approved 2 Minsk agreements, so-called peace agreements with Russia. And how Russia used these 8 years of so-called peace. Russia violated ceasefire almost daily. Russia produced artillery shell. Russia transferred Crimea and other occupied territories into powerful military bases and prepared large-scale war and started the attack. This is the logic because Russia is empire, and empire has a center but has no borders.
You have said, though, that any peace deal should not include amnesty for war crimes. Why not? Because all this hell which we face in Ukraine, it's a result of total impunity which Russia enjoyed for decades. Russian troops committed horrible crimes in Chechnya, in Moldova, in Georgia, in Mali, in Libya, in Syria, in other countries of the world. They have never been punished. They believe they can do whatever they want. So justice is precondition to peace in the situation when Russia for decades used the war as a tool how to achieve its geopolitical interests. Does that also include Ukrainian soldiers or volunteers who've been caught up in the war? Would you like to see them face criminal charges if they were found guilty? We are fighting not just for territories, but for our democratic choice. And this is a value choice. So for sure, for us, rule of law matters. And when we document war crimes, we document violations regardless of the sites. And that is why I can assure you that the vast majority of everything which we are documented, it was done by Russian forces.
I want to turn our attention to some domestic issues in Ukraine as well. You know, President Zelensky's close allies, it was reported in recent weeks, were caught up in a major corruption. Do you think that's tainted the Ukrainian view of their leader in this time of war?
I will tell about my own emotions. When this corruption scandal happened, I was furious. And for obvious reason, like millions of people in Ukraine, because we donate a lot. We donate to Ukrainian army, to injured people, to people who lost everything. Ukrainian pensioner give last grievance for donation. But when we speak pragmatically, it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, because this anti-corruptional scandal started not because of journalist investigation, but because of official investigation of state anti-corruptional bodies, which means that state anti-corruptional bodies do their work effectively. They reveal the scheme, they stop the scheme, they issued arrest warrants, and now we have court proceedings. And what is not visible for people abroad, that 12 years ago, before Revolution of Dignity, it was unbelievable that such investigation can happen because these people were untouchable. So it's a sign of progress that we are moving on the right ways.
Oleksandra Matviichuk, human rights lawyer, we thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you very much.